like ay, finger on the like ay, 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 shooting my shot like ay, hit the like ay, hit the spot like ay, 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 ay. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I hit it. I'm fully committed like hey. I studied the target. I'm never gonna miss it. I caught that precision.
There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Seattle Supersonics playing against the Orlando Magic. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. I don't think there's a better way to celebrate New Year's Day than with NBA basketball.
I would say I agree. And for teams that had a tough start to the season, I always thought this was a good day to hit the reset button in the NBA and in life in general. A new year, maybe a fresh start.
And here are the Sonics. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And this is a rematch from the NBA Finals a season ago. They came up a little short, looking for some redemption tonight.
I agree with you. They're hoping to be the ones hoisting the trophy this season. Tonight provides an opportunity to make a statement.
Just a passing clinic.
And here's Arenas. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Arena's such a natural scorer. Even when he gets fouled, he still maintains his concentration.
The Magic shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
That one misses for Arenas.
The more you watch Arenas, the more it seems like the sky is the limit when it comes to his ability. Starting to do things you just don't expect from a guy his size. Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Daniels inside the line. Weber pulls it in.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Outside Jefferson. Weber, the pass to Kittles. Curls it from outside. Kittles has got 5 now.
Boy, Weber doing a nice job passing the ball. Seems to know whenever one of his guys is open. That's extra talent there.
Pass to Arenas. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Count it. He has 7.
A great find there for the open man.
And 1:01 left in the first. Arenas with it. He's got 5. Pass to McGlure. 2 points. That one goes.
At 6'11", McGlure is a big target inside, which is why his teammates get him the ball in there.
Here's Jefferson. Here's Chin. Outside Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Rose kicks it over to Arenas. Feet away. The shot will not fall.
You're not going to see that very often. There's plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on them.
At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Sonics lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Here's Kittles. Rebound by Rose. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Magic. Trailing by 2. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. James outside. Rose sends the screen for James. To the inside. And it's Rose missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Anderson outside. Pass to Kittles. No one near him. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Inside, here's Rose. No good. That would have tied it. Sonics on offense. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen. You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Timeout.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. They're going with an almost entirely new group here. Outside Arenas. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Arenas has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Hey, there's one thing we know about Gilbert Arenas now. There's not a shot that he won't take. He'll let it fly from anywhere.
Pass to Weber. Lights on Jefferson. George with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Weber can't hit. Here's Finley, defended by George. Outside Arenas. There's the pick. Lets it go with the 3. Weber pulls it in. Weber's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Wilkes. Hands it from downtown. He's got 5. 15 seconds left now here in the second. Now here's Arenas. He had 15 points last outing. Beyond the arc. And the 3-ball is good. Arenas has got 11.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you can fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Seattle ahead, up by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. And look at Gilbert Arenas. What a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pass to Jefferson. Weber dishes to Jefferson. Here's Kittles. He's covered by Daniels. Kittles, no good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Finley the pass to Arenas. Here's McGlure. Now Daniels. Scoreless thus far. Clock at 4. Pass to Arenas for the lead. Arenas missing again. And so it's Weber with it. He brings it up for the Supersonics. It's a 1-point game. Here's Kittles. Can't hit that one. Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Finley on this time would have put him up.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Kittles passes to Chandler. Throws against Weber. Puts it up from 12. The rebound by McGlure. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Arenas. And here's Daniels. Back to Arenas for the lead. Seattle grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Now Weber. Over Daniels. Lands off on the front of the rim and drops. Weber's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the 3rd quarter for the Sonics. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
They set the screen. And here's Arenas outside. Buries it from 3-point range. Arenas has got it all tied up now for the Magic. 41 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Pass to Jefferson. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Here's Kittles. Jefferson passing it to Chandler. The rebound by McGlure. The Magic have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Daniels with it. Hasn't made one yet. Back to Arenas for the lead. Can't get the 3 to fall. It's all tied in Seattle. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. 3 tenths quarters behind us and more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Rose sets the screen for Arenas. And And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Arenas is so relentless in attacking the basket. Always puts all kinds of pressure on the defense.
At the line for 2.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
Arenas, boy, I tell you, is one of the most confident and explosive scorers in the game. A shoot-first point guard who will let it fly at any time and do real damage with the ball in his hands.
And both free throws good for Arenas. And Seattle shooting around 41% on the night. Outside Jefferson. Pass to Kittles. Outside Jefferson. To the paint. Here's Weber. And Weber throws it down.
If Weber gets a shot to go to the rim, he's going to take it.
Here's Arenas. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
All right, Seattle, keep it going. Go the Sonic Dance Team.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Daniels passes to Arenas. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range. Arenas has got the lead up to 3 now for Orlando.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want to take the big shot.
Orlando's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and made 5 of them. It's intercepted. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Arenas is covered. Daniels from outside. It's not going to go for him.
You know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
To Weber. And Weber throws it down.
I like to see Weber showing that mental toughness and stepping up for the big shot.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Orlando's gone 1 or 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Hits it from three-point range. Daniels has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Weber against Rose. Weber looking around. Catch to Kittle. Finley with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Now Arenas. Here's Daniels. Yes!
What a move, showing off the handles there.
Timeout, Sonics. Seattle with the ball, trailing by 5. Here's Wilkes. The Sonics again can't hit, and they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Richard Jefferson, first personal foul, third team foul. At the line for the Magic, Michael Finley. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. That's a 7-point game.
It's showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Here's Kittle. He's covered by Daniels.
At the line for the Supersonics, Terry Kittles. 2 shots.
Two.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. He hits both from the stripe. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
no choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Seattle calls timeout. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Here's Kittle. And it's off from three-point range. So it's Orlando winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Our game tonight featuring the Orlando Magic as they go up against the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Finley can't get it to go. Van Exel passes to Parker. And you look at these two teams, Greg, both playing at a more deliberate pace. What goes into a decision like that?
I mean, it could be a number of things. An anchor pivot man, a more defensive-minded head coach, or a team that's just got so many weapons, they don't need to run to get easy baskets.
Here is Daniels. Outside Rose. Parker against Arenas. From past the arc. Kept alive Orlando. We're about 1 minute into the first.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Rose sets the screen for Arenas. Caught that one.
Just looking to be inside. Arenas blows by the contact.
Now here's Parker. Harrington with a screen on Arenas. With the fadeaway. And Harrington with the basket on the assist by Parker.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
1:30 left in the first quarter. Here is Arenas. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Over Parker. Arenas missing again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Collins, a screen on Arenas. Down low. And finished off by Collins.
Just excellent use of the pick and roll by Parker. A Tasmanian devil whose speed and decision-making causes so many problems for the defense.
Now here's Arenas. Rose sets the screen for Arenas. Stolen by Collins. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
The tight space quickness of Tony Parker really allows him to challenge that interior defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Harrington kicks to Hunter. Here's Abdur-Rahim. James covering. Up and in on the layup.
And you know what makes Abdur-Rahim so hard to handle in that low post is the number of moves he has. It's just a matter of which one is he going to use.
Outside, James. They need this. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Memphis out in front. They lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Outside Arenas. The 3. That one dropped for his second bucket. Again, 2 for 4.
Hey, there's one thing we know about Gilbert Arenas now. There's not a shot that he won't take. He'll let it fly from anywhere.
Here's Atkins. Back to Harrington. Out to the right wing. Here's Medvedenko. Shot clock at 3. The shot by Hassel is no good. Orlando trailing here. 1:56 left in the first half. James outside. There's a good screen. To the middle. It's tipped. Harrington with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And McCoy pulls it down. James looking around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Like to see a player not afraid to embrace physical play and get to the line.
The Magic shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
Free throw good, James. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That one drops. He ties it up. And here is Van Exel. No scoring in this one. Pass to Parker. Back to Van Exel. Hassel, the pass to Van Exel. Clock at 6. It's Parker outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Parker wasting no time off the pass. Quick decision, quick results.
And so James will bring it up for the Magic.
Timeout.
Matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Daniels is checked in for Gilbert Arenas. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. James outside. Pass to Finley. 6 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Memphis ball. Grizzlies substitution. Jason Collins. Al Harrington.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. 29 seconds left in the first half. Here's Abdul-Rahim, who's covered by Rose. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. James outside. Rose, a screen on Parker. From deep, James sinks the three-pointer. James has got 7.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the deep.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You've got to be tougher defensively.
It's all tied in Orlando. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at James, what a contribution.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Parker kicks to Harrington. Collins looking around. Here's Abdul-Rahim. Rose with the block. Pass to Arenas. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. So it's the Grizzlies now. Parker finds Collins. Parker inside. He's covered by Arenas. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Collins.
And the defense making its presence felt, but Parker just too creative when he gets down low.
Rose sets the screen for Arenas. Pass to Rose. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Abdul-Rahim passes to Parker. Collins, a screen on Arenas. It's Parker outside. Rebound by the Magic. 1:49 left in the third. Outside Arenas. Pass to Rose. Rose double team. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Daniels. Another miss by Orlando. Memphis leading. Parker outside. Here's Abdul-Rahim.
Orlando foul.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Hassel's checked in.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Outside Collins. Memphis moving it around. Here's Abdul-Rahim. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Sharif Abdul-Rahim's game is a combination of tenacity, toughness, and skill. He doesn't back down on either end of the floor.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Now Daniels, still without a basket. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now here's Parker. 6 points for him. Collins setting the big for Parker. It's blocked. There's 42 seconds left in the third. James outside. Pass to Finley. On the arc. Good, and the assist goes to James. Finley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And Finley, a dead-eye three-point threat. Once he has his feet up under him, he's ready to fire.
Collins, a screen on James. Parker against James. Oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Parker's a point guard who always probes and keeps constant pressure on the defense and finds the weaknesses and then exploits them.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And Parker drops them both. Here's Arenas. 5 points in the game. For the tie. The shot, no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Grizzlies lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but... Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Pass to Daniels. Here's Finley to tie it up. Good on the three-point shot. It's all not enough.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it can take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Parker against Arenas. And that one's good. Parker. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Taking the contact, still able to score. Tony Parker, impressive work there.
Outside Arenas. Rose sends the screen for Arenas to take the lead. Rose dishes to McGlure. On the wing, Daniels.
2 minutes remaining.
Arenas against Parker. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. Here's up to Raheem. Takes it off the glass.
How about Abdul Rahim not letting the defense affect that shot, just staying with the task at hand.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He told his guys, I need you all to come together right now, on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. See how it looks coming out the timeout, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Here's Parker, and he drives in, takes it into the teeth of the knee, and converts the way up. Parker's got 4 points in the quarter. The Magic trail by 4. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Arenas with the bucket.
And Arenas loving the spotlight as well as being that guy to take and make big shots.
Pass to Parker. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Parker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies. Arenas up top. Covered by Parker. And all that time before dropping in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's up to Raheem. It's hauled in by the Magic. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Finley to pass to McGlory. Here's Arenas. To the paint. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. Parker with it. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Fades back. That's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Parker outside, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And that's an intentional foul. It's the first that goes on the 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big two-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and what's their best move at this point?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
So it's Orlando now. And here's Rose outside. Rebound by Parker. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Gilbert Arenas. 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that hope?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Here's Daniels, covered by Van Exel. The 3-ball gets the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really in a...
Trying to take my blessings. They ain't trying to see me. All these people with bad energy, y'all need a fast remedy. It's giving sad energy, bringing up bad memories. Baby, I'm too good for the bad vibes. Look too good to be chastised, dripping that water like I just been baptized. Smelling as big as you ain't even got me, I myself. Need an opinion, I'll ask myself. I might as well spend this little cash myself. Been out here getting this back myself, putting the work in the trenches. It all worked out, bench press. They like how I spit my sentence. Bars on lock, sentence. Big old watch, Benton. I'm in another dimension. I could've bought, but I'm renting. Rather put that in investment. Turn up the vibes to the sun up. Too many bags that I got to run up every time. I come up. I got all the. I got. Talking to.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Our game tonight featuring the Orlando Magic as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge with the step back. Collins, a screen on Arenas. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson looking around and taken away by Arenas.
The more you watch Arenas, the more it seems like the sky is the limit when it comes to his ability. Starting to do things you just don't expect from a guy his size.
And a lot of teams at this stage, GA, having to employ the next man up approach, aren't they?
Yeah, there's been a rash of injuries across the league. Luckily, only a handful of season enders, but second units everywhere are going to be tested.
And the first one drops.
Arenas, boy, I tell you, is one of the most confident and explosive scorers in the game. A shoot-first point guard who will let it fly at any time and do real damage with the ball in his hands.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Passed in an A. Lewis on the way. Hamilton outside. Now Jackson. Shot clock at 6. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Rose passes to McGlory. Rose gets it over to Arenas. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Double team on Rose. Here's Finley. Lewis covering. From the baseline. Finley can't get it to go.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Lewis gets the bucket.
Defense has to be careful with Lewis at the arc. The guy won't hesitate to fire if given space.
And here's Arenas after Rashard Lewis hitting a 3. Outside Arenas. Over Jackson. Arenas with the bucket.
Arenas' role is to score the ball. He's a very active shooter and keeps the defense on its heels with his attacking style.
Who is outside? And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Hamilton. Nice shot from the wing.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And here's Daniels. Pass to Finley. And here's Arenas outside. And it's Nene with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hamilton dishes to Jackson. 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Collins against Arenas. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. No good there. Outside Jackson. 1 second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cleveland ahead, up by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort, defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here's Lou. Outlaw with it. Pass to Hamilton. Rocket 6. Over Arenas. Arenas with the rebound. Orlando leading. James left side. To the inside. McCoy, good, and the assist goes to James. McCoy's got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
So timeout called here, the first from Cleveland. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
He's checked in for Orlando. Daniels comes in for Barry. Collins checked in for Cleveland. Jackson comes in for Lou. .153 left to play here in the second quarter. Hamilton kicks to Collins. Wallace outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Jackson. Collins trying to break free. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bobby Jackson gives this team a really nice spark. He's a bona fide scorer who can knock it down from anywhere and plays with such energy. It's infectious and contagious.
Free throw drops for Jackson. Rose is checked in for Orlando. Finley comes in for James. Nene, he's checked in for Cleveland. Lewis comes in for Wallace. Jackson hits both of them. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Now Arenas. He has 6. A special move before the shot. Arenas has got 8 points.
Yeah, he's got all the moves. Arenas not afraid to get inside.
Pass to Jackson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And he makes the first. James checked in for the Magic. And Cleveland also making a change. Wallace is checked in. Jackson hits both of them. Magic have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Pass to Daniels. Now Finley. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. Back to Daniels. Takes the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
James against Jackson. Wallace outside. Lewis on top. Fires it up. A nice jump shot from the top of the key. Lewis has got 5 now.
And snappy pass to a productive shooter. The moment Lewis has the ball, he's getting ready to shoot.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Magic shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Antonio Daniels.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Daniels. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Now here's Jackson. Inside, shoots it. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket for Lewis.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Magic lead by 2. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And look at Gilbert Arenas. What a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Orlando leading. Rose sets the screen for Arenas. A three-pointer, no good. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. To the middle. Here's Collins. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
And here's Arenas. 8 points for him. To the inside. And there's Rose on the assist by Arenas.
Showing the strength inside to take the hit and finish.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Cleveland. Trailing by 2. Passed in an A. And here's Jackson for the lead. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Here's Arenas. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Cleveland with the ball. A 2-point game. Jackson with it. 1:22 left to play in the third. A fadeaway. And again, it's Cleveland.
Very few shoot the mid-range shot better than Rashard Lewis. He's excellent in that area of the floor.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. 2 minutes gone by in this half. Now Arenas. He's got 8. Here's the screen. It's good from long range. Arenas has got 11 points.
8-0, a.k.a. Gilbert Arenas on the pick and roll. That is a problem. You have to stop the ball first because Arenas is looking to score.
Here's Pfizer. Nothing on the board. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Very comfortable from out there. Hamilton oozing with confidence on that triple.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now here's Arenas. He's got 11. Pass to McLaurin. Shot clock at 5. Here's Daniels. It's rebounded by Pfizer.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Jackson passes to Lewis. For the lead. No good on the last second attempt there. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here are the Cavaliers. Jackson finds the name. It's Rip Hamilton on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. Here's Collins. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Rose against Nene. And here's Arenas. Over Jackson. Arenas can't hit. Here's Lewis. Nene with the screen on Arenas. Back to Lewis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Arenas against Jackson. Lewis outside. Market 6. Offline with his 3. Well, shooting 47% inside. Here's Arenas. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Arenas such a natural scorer. Even when he gets fouled, he still maintains his concentration.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Magic, Gilbert Arenas. Shooting 1.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding it.
Timeout, Cavaliers.
Put your hands together, fans. Here they are. The 407.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, G.A.?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was talking about with his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He knows every possession is critical now.
407
1:43 left in the fourth quarter of this one. On the wing, Arenas. Guarded by Jackson. There's a screen. Daniels inside the line. Good. And the Magic lead by 2.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Jackson. Lewis outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Well, Orlando shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Here's Arenas. He's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Arenas is so relentless in attacking the basket. Always puts all kinds of pressure on the defense.
Two shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Hamilton outside. The screen. Now here is Hamilton. He's guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. Jackson misses.
And the world is running dry for him right now. Nothing.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
Timeout, Cavaliers. So it's Cleveland with it, trailing by 5. The Cavaliers with another miss. And they double up Arenas. Here's Finley. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts. Getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And an intentional foul right there.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who go to the line.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And the Cavaliers call time here. 17 seconds left in the game. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
17 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Jackson. Rebound by the Magic. And he commits the intentional foul.
Jackson. Second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for two, Gilbert Arenas.
Two shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Buries the long-range jumper. And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was a grab right until the final seconds.
And for me, Kevin, the one stood up.
Okay, this no surprise. Eastside know the vibes. Get down, look me in my eyes. If you make it, I'm gonna do my job. Yes. I can whip it, I can drive it. Depending on her mileage, I'm passenger in her rocket. Yeah, beefing over. Oh no, I don't want no problemo. Push me to the limit, I jump out and show you my demo. Eastside got that. Eastside like. Eastside. This ain't what you think. This ain't what you want. Eastside only. Eastside do the most. Eastside like. Got that. Eastside got that. Eastside like. Eastside. This ain't what you. This ain't what you. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Eastside only. Do the most. Eastside do the most. Lead the league in scoring. I'm Michael Jordan, and what's your name? Well, it's not important. If you then I'm pouring from the evening to the morning. I can watch that for hours. I be on them thunderstorms, y'all on them scattered showers. Look, a southern chick, she gotta be collard greens, cornbread, sitting properly. Yeah, I'm Hall of Fame and got it raining in my zone. Let's make arrangements for some live entertainment later on. I'm so rich, I'm clutching, I'm tougher than Jimmy Butler. Gotta see and double. You should double dribble. Bounce that in my direction. I'm a champ. No game 7 in my section. I'm ballin'. I'm throwing hundreds. Look at how they ballin'. I know she love it. Love the way I'm ballin'. Michael Jordan. Party jumping. 3 in the morning. Mamba in the garden. I know she love it. Girl, you see me ballin'. I know she love it. Girl, you see me ballin'. Michael Jordan. Jumping 3 in the morning. Yeah, Rick Owens on the feet. I guess I'm Euro stepping high. Cooking, yeah, I'm chefing. I don't miss like stepping now. In my section live, I say come here and she comply. Then proceed to throw it back on me. That throw me on my. She think I'm a layup, then she must not know about me. She think I'm the one. She must think that I'm Kyrie. Learn to shoot the tray. Young, been had a J like take come. Falling that, then talling that. She think I'm 8'1". I'm a hooper to be honest. Truly a baller, baby. I'm like Luka, I'm like Giannis. So you could Hall of Fame me. I'm so far from JV. I'm Kobe, I'm Mamba, baby. I 24/8 tape. Keep a full tank, all gas, no brakes. I'm throwing hundreds, look at how they ballin'. I know she love it, love the way I'm ballin'. Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning.
Mamba in the garden.
I know she love it.
Girl, you see me ballin'.
I know she love it.
Girl, you see me ballin'.
Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning.
Mamba in the garden.
I know she love it.
Girl, you see me.
I know she love it.
Girl, you see me.
Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning.
Mamba in ballin'.
I know she love it.
Girl, you see me.
I know she love it.
Girl, you see me.
Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning.
Mamba in ballin'.
I know she love it.
Girl, you see me ballin'.
Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning.
Ay, it's duck season. Only pop out for a reason. Show face if it's then I'm cheesing. If not, get a check by my demon. Yeah. Hey, I'll pop out, you gon' feel my presence. The message real heavy in my press kit. Mind, body, build my soul, how to dress it. No lanes in my corner, we impressive. Pop back if you tryna get active. Ducked off in the stool, making magic. My paper burning. Addicted to looking good, it's a habit. I'm too cold when you see it, they jacket. Melt like no plastic, vibe like in my glass, they classic. I got hits in my bag, spinning backflips. Hurt real good, I give it to you, no average. Green light, go, give it to her like yellow. Saw red, said no, keep it going young, Uno. Mommy, hello, make you like jello. Aye, it's duck season, only pop out for a reason. Show face if it's then I'm cheesing. If not, get a check by my demon. Aye, it's duck season, yeah. Only pop out for a reason. Pop out, show face if it's then I'm cheesing. If not, get a check with my demon. Aye, I make it turn around. Attention on her like an ultrasound. I can read what's on her mind, no cap and gown. I'm brown and I'm happy when she down. That is not the posse, hello. The function like an it's a moment, take a picture, acting cocky. About the music, little baby, love my disc jockey. Matter of fact, this my party, this is awesome. I said it 2 times, no I didn't since I started. Soul here's in the banks, tell me who's your father. Go half on a kid, make you the mother. It might be written in the stars, I get my way with words. We could take it to the car, I'll let you name the verb. Second thought, slid through on my burn rubber. Real lover, other half is a Aye, it's duck season. Only pop out for a reason. Show face if it's then I'm cheesing. If not, get a check by my demon. Aye, it's duck season. Yeah, only pop out for a reason. Pop out, show face if it's then I'm cheesing. If not, get a check by my demon.
Yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Slow it down, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around.
Yeah, I got my hand on the button. If I press the button, I turn everything into nothing. They'll talk behind your back and in your face to be frontin'. I be with the team, we gon' score way over 100. Yeah, I'm the only one to count this money. You can't give me nothing and you can't take nothing from me. Got a girl to shake something for me. When she to the ground, you gon' have to walk around. Walk, walk, walk.
Yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Slow it down, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around.
Yeah, you know the name of the game. You ain't gotta like me, but you gotta pay me the same. We are down in the yard, see me up on the stage. I done did it before, I'm about to do it again. Whoa, I hit my 2-step, then whoa. We counting blue strips like whoa. Girl, you got some on you. Whoa, how you? Let me see you walk.
Yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it
simple. Came up in Echo with her mama was her daddy. And when I'm in the Midwest, she say holla at your family. My dog paid me that taste like candy. My dog out laying them low, ain't breaking none laws out. Southside still in the car, still in the car, still not the car. No, start hold up, I got a call. Said that I'm a cool cat. Gotta tell him I'm a top dog.
And thank you for joining us for this Valentine's Day presentation of the NBA. It's a matchup you're going to love right here on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Orlando Magic in this one as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. We'll watch the Orlando Magic in this one as they go up against the New Orleans Hornets. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on the sideline. Here's Walker. Pass to Clark. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Hey, nobody on this floor, or any floor for that matter, is out-leaping Vince. So that really allows Carter down low to do his thing.
Now here's Arenas. Rose sets the screen for Arenas. Good on the triple.
I want to get in the habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Walker is screen on Arenas. With some arc. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that late.
Rose gets it over to Arenas. On the wing, Daniels, defended by Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. And the basket by Arenas.
You have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas. A big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
Pass to Carter. 1:37 left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
Gotta admire those handles. It opens things up when you control the ball like that.
Arenas with it. 6 points for him. And Shane Battier gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Here is Daniels. Pass to McGlure. And here's Arenas outside. That one misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now Foster. Outside, Walker. Launches a three. Sinks the triple.
Flashing that long-distance shooting ability. The D must get out there on Walker.
Timeout, timeout.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Both teams will make substitutions. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And here's Daniels. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. And that one is off. Pass to Walker. Some solid defense from Rose. And good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Hornets on top, up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. We're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Rittenhouse is checked in for New Orleans. New Orleans in the lead. Pass to Scalabrine. Now, here's Rittenhouse. The train. And McCoy pulls it down. So it's Orlando now. Here's Barry. He has yet to score. Now James. And that one, good. James has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Orlando. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Scalabrine. Pass to Battier. Shoots the three. Orlando grabs the miss. Rose up on top. Here he goes. And the jump by Rose.
8 minutes, just powering it down.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Put your hands together, fans. Here they are, the 407.
Decided to change it up. .143 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Walker. Now here is Carter. The Hornets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
At the line for two.
That's good from Vince Carter.
When you think Vince Carter, dunking is probably the first thing that comes up, but Vince is also someone who can be a first option. Tremendously talented.
McGetty's checked in for Shane Battier. Carter hits them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Orlando leading. Pass to McGlure. Vince kicks it over to Arias. And Davis sends it back.
I love the fact that Davis is such a good, active defender. Takes care of business on both ends.
New Orleans gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Walker. In the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Set him up so they can knock him down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Rose, he's checked in for Orlando.
At the line for one.
Free throw good from Walker.
A stretch four who also does a good job getting his teammates involved. Walker, an integral part of any team that he's on.
Outside Arenas. 44 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
The more you watch Arenas, the more it seems like the sky is the limit when it comes to his ability. Starting to do things you just don't expect from a guy his size.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Arenas, boy, I tell you, is one of the most confident and explosive scorers in the game. A shoot-first point guard who will let it fly at any time and do real damage with the ball in his hand.
Jeff Foster's checked in for the Hornets. A.A.T.S comes in for Corey Maggette. And both free throws good for Arenas. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Walker. Carter with it. He has 6. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Not letting anything or anybody stop him there. Great power move.
The Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Arenas. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Arenas is so relentless in attacking the basket. Always puts all kinds of pressure on the defense.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Arenas. He doesn't get the second one. The Hornets trail. Pass to Carter. Walker with it. With 1 on the clock. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Magic lead by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Look at Gilbert Arenas. What a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. From deep. Rebounded by A.A.T.S.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Down low. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And there's the whistle for the second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Magic with possession. They lead by 1. Outside Arenas for 3. That shot is off. Arenas has gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Pass to Walker. And here's Carter. 8 points for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Antonio Daniels.
Carter able to play right through that defender, draped all over him. Absolutely fearless when he's got the ball in his hands.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
Coaches love to see guys get to the line, drawing fouls. It shows he's playing the game with some aggression and passion, too.
And he's good on the second.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Arenas. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Arenas such a natural scorer. Even when he gets fouled, he still maintains his concentration.
The Magic have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
First team foul. At the line for Orlando, Gilbert Arenas. Shooting 1.
Free throw good, Arenas. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Pass to Carter. Arenas brings the double team. Patty for 3. Offensive rebound. Carter with the bounce pass. Over Arenas. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Carter.
Oh, I like that. Good read by BC. An elite, big-time scorer.
Timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Come on, everybody, make some noise.
James comes in for Gilbert Arenas. Maggetti's checked in for New Orleans. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Throws a screen on Carter. Outside, James. Pass to Daniel. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Foster with the rebound. Maggetti outside. On the wing, Walker. Maggetti outside. For the lead. Rebound by the Magic.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
James looking around. Pass to Barry. This one for 3. And no good that time. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Maggetti kicks to Carter. And here's Walker. Now here is Carter. Maggetti the pass to Batty. No like that time in the shot that would have put them on top. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Magic out in front. They're up by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Now here is Carter. Over Daniels. No good with the fallback jumper.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Arenas. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads. It's good. This time the assist to Rose. And the Magic lead by 3.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Now Foster. Walker with it. Foster is screen on Rose. Walker the pass to Foster. And he makes that one. Foster's got his first points of the game.
Really good work in the pick and roll. Caught the defense leaning and then made them pay.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Come on, McGraw. Don't do him like that, showing off all that power.
Venus brings the double team. Back to Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Magic. McGraw's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Rose passes to Arenas. Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
And Arenas loving the spotlight as well as being that guy to take and make big shots.
The Hornets trail by 5. Driving to the basket. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot. And time the whistle blowing.
Clearly foul. Didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. You got to play without foul.
Shoot 2.
Good on the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Tough miss at this juncture. They're down 2 baskets right now.
There's the screen. Fires from deep. And it's Foster with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Carter. Rebound by the Magic.
You know, stopping him was never easy to do, but the defense was still winning.
So they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Arenas is doubled. Out to the wing. A.A.T.S gets the three-pointer fall. And the Magic lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Yeah, pure desperation right now. Do you think there's enough time?
I doubt it. I mean, it's clear what they've got to do. Quick shot, foul, and they need some cooperation with some missed free throws from the opponent.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about. I mean, it's their only chance. And even if it's a long shot, it is a chance.
Against Arenas. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is why they go to Vincennes. Carter excels at coming up big.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second team foul. At the line for the Magic, Gilbert Arenas. 2 shots.
2.
It's the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Carter. Finished off by Carter. And an intentional foul right there.
You have the foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who would go to the line.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Walker's shot is off. And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. A big playoff win for them, but what is see Pete break big in the postseason.
Great point. I really just love the composure with which they played tonight. It's easy to get too keyed up for postseason basketball, but they kept their heads and just went about the business of winning.
Well, that'll do it for now. And you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. Our game tonight featuring the Orlando Magic as they go up against the Toronto Raptors. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Williams with the ball. Pass to Janey. to the paint. Here's Marion. Lays it up off the glass. Marion's got the first basket of the game for the Raptors.
Marion is either going to jump over you or go through you. He's a hard matchup inside.
Here's Arenas. There's the drive. To the wing on the left. Here's McGlure. To the middle. It's picked off. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Chaney. He's covered by Daniels. Chaney no good. Daniels kicks it over to Arenas. A lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
The more you watch Arenas, the more it seems like the sky is the limit when it comes to his ability. Starting to do things you just don't expect from a guy his size.
The Magic shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good.
Arenas, boy, I tell you, is one of the most confident and explosive scorers in the game. A shoot-first point guard who will let it fly at any time and do real damage with the ball in his hands.
And both free throws good for Arenas.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Outside Williams. Marion outside. Floats one. Rebound by Rose. And so it's Rose bringing it up for Orlando. Pass to Arenas. No good from outside. Toronto then gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Marion kicks to get to reach. Now Stoudemire. He's covered by Daniels. And the whistle is going to be on Gilbert Boots. That's his first foul for the night.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor from Lower Magic. Number 44, Jelani McCoy.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Over in the corner, Williams. 5 on the clock. He has to reach. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, great instincts from him to release on the pick and roll and makes himself a target.
And here's Arenas. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Traps in the tray. Arenas has got 5 points so far.
Agent Zero, a.k.a. Gilbert Arenas on the pick and roll. That is a problem. You have to stop the ball first because Arenas is looking to score.
Here's Chaney inside. And Marion gets it to go.
Did a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Orlando's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Williams against Arenas. With the drive. Pass to McCoy. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He's a volume shooter and a terrific scorer, but Arenas also is a crafty passer, too.
Williams dishes to Marion. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Magic. Hayatkowski, guarded by Marion. Down low, Daniels passes to Arenas. Goes up and lays it. He's got 7.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Magic lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
And you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Now here's James. Rose sets the screen for James. Back to Rose. A second chance effort. No good that time. Good work defensively by Marion. Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Grace. Jacks up a 3. And McCoy pulls it down. So it's Orlando now. Rose dishes to James. Back to Rose. High, arcing shot. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. 1:49 left here in the second. Pass to Wilcox. Here's LaFrance. And McCoy pulls it down. James right side. And the shot goes down. McCoy's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Magic.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
LaFrance passes to Marion. Rose with the double team. Here's Grace. There's the 3. And the Raptors miss again. Magic leading by 5. Here's Rose. Still yet to score. Pass to James. They set the pick. Tries it from 19. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Marion. Pass to LaFrance. Back to Marion. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Magic. Rose has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. James outside. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. James has got the lead up to 8 now for Orlando. And so we conclude the first half. Orlando out in front, up by 8. Step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinal. Hey, look at Gilbert Arenas. What a contribution.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. Now here's Arenas. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Pass to McGlure. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the right side. Back to Williams. Here's Chaney. Stoudemire outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Because of his athleticism, Shawn Marion is a hard matchup, which is why he's able to draw fouls like he does.
First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good. And Shawn Marion drops them both.
Yeah, Marion, a tough player to guard. That quick athletic combo forward with an unorthodox shot.
Williams against Arenas. Rose sets the screen for Arenas. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Raptors trail by 6. Marion outside. It's stolen. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Outside Arena. Rose a screen on Williams. On deep Arenas. The Magic again can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Over in the corner, Williams. 90 seconds now into the second half. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
Timeout.
Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Check in for the match. James comes in for Gilbert Arenas. 1:22 left in the third quarter. James outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. James has got 6.
That's the kind of lead that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a handle on it.
Now here's Williams. 55 seconds left to play here in the third. 6 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebound by the Magic. Now Daniels. Still scoreless. Outside, James. Here's McLaurin. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Barry misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Marion outside. Over Barry. And so it's Orlando with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Marion with it. And the layup is good. Marion's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Raptors.
He can play inside, too. Marion knows how to use his frame to get the advantage.
Here's Arenas. The shot's good.
Hard work from this point on. They worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Marion. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more for the line.
This is how locked in Marion is. I mean, paying no attention to the defense at all.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And you also have to applaud how they've attacked the interior in this game. A lot of points happening for them in the paint tonight. Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Williams against Arenas. Rose sets the screen for Arenas. Out in on the triple. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Marion. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Long move inside. Sends him to the strike.
Sean Marion drops them both. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off. Guys?
Thanks, David. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Williams looking over the floor. Here is Genseric. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Marion. Williams for three. That's good, and it's Marion with the assist. Williams has got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors. So it's Orlando now. Now here's A.A.T.S. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Brings home the trifecta.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
The Raptors have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Marion outside. Decided to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Arenas.
You just love to see a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
The Raptors call timeout.
Put your hands together, fans. Here they are. The 407.
43 seconds left in the game. For the 3. And again, no good by Toronto.
When he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of thing they need to play on.
Took the opportunity. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
What a moment there. Stepping up big time.
The Raptors call timeout. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Williams dishes to Stoudemire. That's a reach. The pass to Marion. And again, Toronto no luck.
And even with good coverage defensively, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Here's Orlando now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Magic, Antonio Daniels. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You look across the league, so many games are won or lost at the foul line.
There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Marion kicks to Stoudemire. Here's Chaney. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
You can count on Stoudemire finding the open man.
And that's an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
2 shots.
the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he just wanted a little bit more insurance there. Very confident that he'd be able to go up and knock those down.
And the Raptors call time here. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Here's Marion. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Boy, Stoudemire doing a nice job setting that screen. Very nice.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible. And hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 or 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. On the wing there. The 3. The rebound by McGlory. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
15 foul. At the line for Orlando, A.A.T.S. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. And so the Orlando Magic take this series and will continue. And you got to feel good about getting each and every game here in the postseason.
You know, Kevin, each game is just so significant and magnified. This has got to feel really good.
It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.